Open field. First move, computer 1. Draw card. Begin duel. Computer 1. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
And Skeleton Soldier kicking this one off. Both blind spots off the board, and they hit... Oh, they're basically going to hit across the bottom and up the side.
Mana charge. Mana release.
Perfect place for them.
Summon.
That's also the perfect place for a Stonewind Dwarf. Gains protection.
Computer 1.
No, it doesn't. I read that wrong.
Mana
Gains
charge.
protection if there's a Giant Axe Dwarf on the board, but there isn't. But it still will defend and attack in all four directions.
Summon.
Dragon and Harpoonsman. They gain a dodge temp because they are on water.
Attack.
And they're going to draw first bit of damage. And the dodge temp comes in useful for once.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Juno Treehorn has perfect dodge.
Attack.
And is going to decide to play with these skeletons. Won't kill them, so they will counter. Oh, it's dodge. You ain't doing shit to that thing. Your puny skeleton swords will not cut down the mighty tree.
Unlock.
Who's in a better position at the moment? 50-50, I'd say.
1. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
Honestly, wouldn't know. Probably slightly more towards Computer 2 because it's got the perfect dodge on the Juno Treehorn. But this could swing it. It's now possessed.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
Which, if I remember possession correctly, I never can.
Summon.
I believe that Computer 1 can now use the Juno Treehorn and activate it. It's like being mind-controlled, if you like. Computer 2 brings out Illusion
Attack.
Priestess. She's not going to care about the dodge attempt. Or any dodge, for that matter. A casual 1 damage to them.
Computer 1.
Excuse me.
Draw card. Mana charge. Mana
No
release.
deaths yet, and we are filling the board quite quickly. Not much mana on the board either. Stonewing Dwarf. He is going to be a 1-1. But she has dodge. She's on water after all, so that was a fail.
Computer 2.
1 mana to attempt to do 1 damage, which would be okay, but
Mana charge.
you didn't get to do it.
Mana release. Attack.
And instead, she's just gonna wipe you off the board for your insolence. How dare you?
Lost gods of yore.
Goodbye, heretic.
Mana charge. Mana release.
And computer 1 gonna summon into that spot.
Summon.
Monk Elder of Okunada. Adjacent allies gain dodge.
Check. Computer
Or is it
1.
just a dodge
Draw
attempt?
card.
I think it's a dodge attempt based on what came up there.
Mana release.
One dodge attempt, right.
Mana release.
Here we go, possession is under effect, so the possessed Juna Tree Haunt has been told to rotate and attack its friendly creature. That's a dead Stonewing Dwarf.
Mana charge.
Bringing them back level, and Computer 1 taking advantage now.
Summon.
Out comes Sleep Trap.
Check. Computer 2. Draw
Yourself into
card.
check. The target is probably
Mana charge.
the Sleep Trap or the
Mana release.
tentacles. Whether he's got anything to actually get through it.
Summon.
There's always a Byleth Bomber. Byleth Bomber adds 2 to its attack if the target creature has a summoning cost of 2 or lower. Which is exactly what the Sleep Trap has. It's now hitting for 3. Yeah, boom. I always forget the Bomber is actually in a lot of these set 1 decks, and it's not nice when it comes out, especially when you're on the verge of winning. So now it's a case of either space that you summon into, unless it's got a summoning cost high enough,
Mana charge.
he's gonna kill you.
Discard.
Discarding 2 cards. A Venomous Assassin and Illusion Priestess. This is probably Ice Flood of Okunada. Yep, so you discard 2 creatures, at least one must be a water creature. This spell targets all enemies on and adjacent to a selected water field, and they take magic damage equal to the number of water fields. So those 2 take 2 damage each. That means that the Monk Elder is dead. Priestess reduced to 1.
Mana charge.
The dodge attempts are removed because the Monk Elder is dead.
Mana release. Attack.
Another mana into the possessed tree, which does have range. Casually throws a powered up nut at the Bomber. Bomber is now a 1-1. Has the chance to finish it off now. Which it will manage to do, and that's pretty big.
Attack.
Now you haven't got that chance of an instant death on low cards. Been removed!
Mana charge.
That puts Computer 1 back into the lead, firmly in the lead now.
Check.
And everything is pretty well hidden.
Mana charge.
4 mana though, do we have anything with it? It's got in 2 cards, so this is going to be another Ice Flood of Okunada using a Sleep Trap and a Cloud Runner. So which which water field are we going for? The top one? Makes sense, because it's going to hit all 3 in the top lane. And they're all going to take 2 damage. So that's death to the Tentacles of Possession, so the tree is now free. It has powered up the Elven Berserker Maidens, so they now gain +2 attack and dodge.
Mana charge.
Don't really want to summon in front of those Berserker Maidens unless you actually have to.
Attack.
Unless, of course, you get the Priestess to kill them. You might as well. She's got 1 health and she's likely gonna die. But that makes sure that threat's gone.
Mana charge. Mana release.
And then the remaining 3 mana.
Summon.
Brings out Cloud Runner. Blind spots in front and behind it.
Attack.
And you draw cards equal to the number of water fields. And it has Dodge Attempt. No damage to the Skeletons. Still resilient and staying there.
Computer 1. Draw card.
That's thinned out the board a little bit.
Mana release. Summon.
Out comes another Tritone and Ice Guard. Both of them out for Computer 1 now. I believe that's draw a card. I'm not sure why. Must be something triggering that. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong card. Tritone and Ice Guard, you do draw a card if it's summoned onto anything that's not water. So yeah. They attack the tree, which
Mana charge.
you're not going through with dodge.
Mana release. Attack.
The Priestess, who's still alive, is going to claim another kill.
Holy spirits, attack on my word.
It's time the Skeletons fall.
Mana charge. Mana charge. Mana release.
Computer 2 now definitely in the stronger position. Not only because it has more cards, but they have a lot more health, and 3 of them have got dodge. Tritone and Ice Guard's just placed in the corner, just basically to be a case of if you've not got ranged or magic, you're not killing them.
Release.
Fishes of Goalie coming out onto the Juno Tree Haunts field, flipping it to its opposite side. It's no longer on wood.
Mana charge.
And because of that, it dies.
Mana
It
release.
must be on a wood field to survive. Anything else? It's an instant death.
Draw card.
Out comes another Cloud Runner, so draw 2 cards. Dodge Attempt. Will attack the Tritone and Ice Guards. And will kill them.
Mana charge.
Ooh. 4 creatures now with dodge attempts.
Draw card.
Ice Guard's nicely tucked away in the corner, so needing magic or range to kill it.
Summon.
And Berserker Maiden. She has a choice of which she wants to kill. Yeah, definitely would take the Tritone and Ice Guards just because the Harpoonsmen still have dodge. There's a chance you can miss.
Mana charge. Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
Computer 2 now has advantage. Computer 1 drawing a bomber. This slightly edges it into the lead for me, just because you've got a bomber. and the fact that it's just got this insta-kill potential of anything that's not above a certain cost. That gets rid of the Berserker Maidens.
Mana charge.
Computer 1 goes back into summoning advantage.
Computer 2.
Definitely in the lead now.
Mana charge. Mana release.
Oh, single cost. Oh, it's a spell. Okay. Summoner Mesmer's Errand. Never a good sign. You're wanting to draw extra cards, it's usually a case of, I've got nothing in my hand and I'm desperate. That's the way I see it anyway.
Mana release.
Another single cost.
Summon.
Out comes Stonewing Dwarf. Again, as
Attack.
attack and defense in all four directions. Gonna try its hand at the Harpoonsman. And takes them down.
I did it. Look.
Mana charge.
Ooh, slightly shifted again
Draw card.
towards Computer 2's favour.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Illusion Priestess with dodge attempt because she's on water.
Attack.
Gonna finish off the priestess on the other side that's been alive for way too long in my opinion, because since she's been on one health she's killed 2 cards. So she's definitely, well,
Mana
you've got
charge.
your worth from her.
Computer 2. Draw card.
Ball firmly in Computer 1's court
Mana
now.
charge. Mana release. Attack.
Coming Dwarf goes after the priestess. Will dodge come into effect? Nope, fails it that time. She does have blind spots on all 4 sides, so that one attack was increased to 2. So she's now on a 1-1.
Discard. Graveyard.
Discarding a Sleep Trap and a Tritonan Ice Guard. And here comes the other Ice Flood of Okunada. We're loving this card today. Which means that the Priestess and the Bomber take 2 damage each. Priestess obviously dead. She was only on 1. Bomber down to 1.
Mana release. Summon.
Mercenary Savior Latu. Outcomes with dodge.
Attack.
Yes, water, dodge. They're all a pain in the arse. He's got cleave here. Which the ship manages to dodge, but the bomber unfortunately was on 1 health, so couldn't survive it. Ship fires back, but dodge takes effect again.
Mana
Oh
charge.
boy, and there we go, we have a massive shift towards Computer 2 again. Back and forth.
Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge.
7 mana now.
Mana release.
There's no expensive cards in this deck. Player wills Banner. Add 2 to the attack of 1 allied creature until the end of the turn. Which is going to be the Cloud Runner. Just checking what the most expensive card in this deck is.
Mana
It's only a
release.
3 cost, so
Attack.
yeah. And there's the kill. Bit of a risky play when you've got
Mana
dodge, but
charge.
it got through there. goes the lock. Jesus.
Mana release. Summon.
Out comes the Harpoonsman.
Draw card.
And draw a card because they're not on water.
Unlocked. Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
The priestess
Attack.
is back. And she's taking offence to the ice guards. That was a quick offence.
Mana charge.
They're gone. All back in Computer 2's court now.
Computer 1. Draw card.
Quick look at the decks. Computer 1 has 10 cards remaining. Computer 2 has 9. That's about to change. Something a Mesmer's errand for Computer 1, so it's drawing 2 cards. Now its library has 8 cards in it.
Discard. Graveyard.
Discarding a Sleep Trap and a Monk Elder. And here comes another flood. Neither side able to really get any hold on anything today. That's going to be 3 damage to these 3 cards. 2 damage to these 3 cards, should I say. Cloud Runner can't survive it.
Mana charge.
Other 2 down to 1. Ooh. Holy crap.
Mana release.
Just noticed that each player's hands is dropping rather low as well. Computer 1's only got 1 card in its hand. Computer 2's got 3. Its options are really limited for Computer 1 now, but it's got a Venom Assassin. Gonna come out and take out the dwarf.
Sweet dreams. May you rest in peace.
Mana charge.
And just like that,
Computer
back with
2.
Computer 1 in charge.
Mana charge. Mana release.
3 cost.
Summon.
And there's a Venom Assassin. It's just claiming that spot.
Unlock. Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
I think Stonewind Dwarves are only allowed to summon in the middle. Look at this. I mean, why not? They can attack in all directions, so do it. Gonna go for the Priestess. Dodge saves her. No counter-attack, of course, because she's magic.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Attack.
Gonna go for the Cloud Runner. Only 1 damage, though. It will survive. Just.
Mana release.
Though it might not survive this. Out comes some Harpoonsmen. And they're looking to finish it off.
Attack.
Which they managed to do.
charge. Computer 1, draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Mercenary Savior Latu provides dodge attempts to... Is it all water allies? I never remember with Mercenary Savior. Oh, he's going to attack the Harpoonsman and kill them. While he's on the board, all other allied creatures on water gain 1 dodge attempt. So, yeah. He gives that to the Venomous Assassin.
Mana charge. Mana release.
Actually makes the Venomous Assassin rather terrifying. That's the second Summon a Mesmerization for Computer 2. Which actually changes the outcome slightly because it will now have less cards in its library than Computer 1. So it will run out first.
Mana release. Attack.
Summoning the Priestess.
Lost gods of yore, give me strength.
That's a damage to the Stonewing Dwarf.
Mana release. Summon.
And out comes the Venomous Assassin. He's going to lose 2 health because he is a water creature and is summoning on fire. So he is a 1-2. But it should be enough to kill. And it is. But he is inevitably a target now.
Mana charge. Computer 1, draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
Computer 1 only has 2 cards in its hand, so it is very limited.
Summon.
Skeleton Soldier. Blind Spot is protected. It is facing off the board, but it will still be able to attack the Assassin. And because the Assassin's got no defences, it's gonna die.
Mana charge.
Heavily in Computer 1's favour now, just on the strength of cards that are out. But also, Computer 2 will
Mana charge.
outdraw its deck before Computer 1.
Attack.
Priestess gonna attack the skeletons. There's a slight bit of revenge for killing the assassin. Brings them to a 1-1.
Summon.
And out comes its own skeleton soldiers.
Attack.
Blind Spot's protected, facing the skeletons and the centre square. And they'll finish them off. Now, what situation are we in here? So Computer 1 has 3 cards left in its draw pile.
Computer 1, draw card.
It can afford to lose 1 creature and that's it.
Computer 2.
Wow, okay. Computer 1 has nothing, so it's sending it straight back.
Charge. Mana
Just
release.
summon.
Attack.
Well, this is not going to be affected by dodge. That's 1 damage to Saviour Latu. Still got 2.
Mana release. Summon.
And there's the other skeleton soldier. This one is buffed. Ooh, Computer 1 must kill. A, to stay in the game, but also to really put Computer 2 against the ropes with its draw pile.
Charge. Mana release.
And there's Claire Will's banner, giving a bonus 2 damage to Mercenary Saviour 2 till the end of the round. And he has enough to kill.
Attack.
Slightly savaged. Washed away.
Mana charge. Mana charge.
Yeah, Computer 2 can draw 2 cards.
Mana release.
And it needs to summon 2 creatures to win.
Summon.
How come Cloud Runner?
Draw card.
Now then. That's a change, because Cloud Runner, when you summon it, you draw 2 cards. Which meant Computer 1 has now drawn 2 cards and it's only got 1 left in its deck. So it will now outrun... It will now outdraw Computer 2 a turn earlier. Woohoo! Boy!
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Attack.
There's your Priestess. Still going to deal 1 damage to Mercenary Saviour 2.
Lost gods of yore, give me strength.
But he's still going to survive with 1.
Mana release. Summon.
Tritonan Harpoonsman comes out, looking to finish him off. He still has dodge. Well, he has a dodge attempt. And it fails. So he's dead. 2 with 4 creatures on the board, and this is Computer 1's last draw.
Charge. Check. Computer 1. Draw card.
Ooh.
Mana charge. Mana release. Attack.
Comes the ship. It's going to deal 1 to the assassin. It's not going to care about that.
Mana release. Summon.
Doing a tree haunt. Gonna go after the harpoonsman.
Attack.
It will kill them.
Mana charge.
Taking it down to 3 creatures each. Computer 2 still has summoning advantage, but Computer 2 has 1 card that it can summon. Computer 1 is out of cards.
Mana charge.
Unless something
Mana release.
really strange happens here. This is going to be Computer 2's victory. Uses Field Quake. Juno Tree Haunt is no longer stood on its home
Mana
field,
charge.
so it dies.
Mana release. Attack.
And to rub a little bit of salt in the wound, get the priestess to kill the assassin. Well, to deal 1 damage to the assassin.
Lost gods of yore, give me strength.
Mana release. Summon. Check. Computer 1.
And that is GG.
2. Wins by library defeat.